So we are in part 2, which is the candling process. This is very important for everybody to do. I recommend doing this anywhere from 5 to 7 days after your eggs originally have been set. So make sure you keep close time on when your eggs are put in. This is a crucial thing to look for. If eggs are not candled and the ones that are not fertile are not pulled out, you do risk having an egg that will explode or really stink up the joint. So please try to make sure you're vigilant in candling. And again, 5 to 7 days is about where you want to be. Now these are all white eggs, so they are a little bit easier to candle and to see through. If you have darker eggs, especially from Morans, they are very dark shell. They're a little bit harder to gauge. And my feeling is if you're not sure, keep them in there for a few more days. But other than that, you want to pitch anything, and I'm going to show you exactly what a viable egg is going to look like versus a non-viable. So we are just using a regular bright headlight. You can use anything from your phone to a flashlight or a special light made up for egg incubation. You can use any type of light. You can use a headlamp, you can use a light off your phone, you can use a light from pretty much any source that's bright, and they also do sell lights that are available that are made specially for eggs. I find that my headlamp works the best, honestly. So we're just going to open this up. We want to do this as quick as possible. It's going to release a lot of heat, and honestly, I think the best thing you can do for the eggs is have them in and out as quick as possible. So we're going to start. And we're going to start with our bantam eggs. So these are our smaller of our breeds. I'm just going to hold the light up firmly and kind of turn the egg. And if you can see, you will notice there is a little moving bullet inside and a lot of vein action. So that tells me this is a viable, good egg. We want to keep this egg. And so we're going to go ahead and put it back in. And we are going to repeat this process and see this one. Same thing. Now this one, it's got a little bit more of a different look to it. It is a little bit misshapen of an egg, but this one to me still reads a very viable, good egg. And I'm hoping to at least get one in here to demonstrate what a non-viable or an egg that goes kaput. And what I mean by that is sometimes eggs, they're called quitters. So they will start to fire up and become an embryo, but for whatever reason they're not strong enough and they quit. Okay, so here's an example of, this is not even a quitter. This is going to be an egg that just wasn't fertile. It might be from an older girl. We're not really sure. Sometimes these things happen. There's clearly no activity. That's just the egg yolk you see. So we're going to pull this one out. And again, you see a good, clear, viable baby. Another good, viable baby. And I am really hoping to try to get you, I mean, I hate to have a quitter, but I want to at least show you what a quitter looks like. And we're having a very good hatch here. These all look really good. My girls are very strong though, so I have a pretty good success rate with my hatching eggs. And there's another one that's really good. If you ever experience double yolks, they will become embryos. They generally, 99% of the time, do not actually hatch out. Double yolks are one of those freak things. They do happen a lot with new layers. And yeah, so far we don't really have a quitter for you. So okay, here's another one. Again, so it was a very porous egg. This was kind of a shot in the dark. You can see it's porous just by when I shine a light on it, how many little holes, and it kind of feels like a chalky egg. There's no activity in here. This is a new layer, so she was not fertilized, and so we're going to pitch this. And if I do not get a quitter in here, I will explain what a quitter is going to look like. And we don't have one. So a quitter, when you see one, it's going to have a red ring that goes around, and it could be top, bottom, or middle, but that red ring is commonly referred to as the ring of death. It just basically means the baby started and something didn't match up inside and it just did not come through. So if you see something like that, it can be a little confusing at first when you're first doing it, but that red line is for sure a quitter and you'll want to pitch that egg. And again, you just want to make sure you focus on that little bullet point. You can see it moving, you could see its heartbeat. Now again, with the darker eggs, it's going to be a little bit harder to tell. But so far, out of all the eggs, we had 2 that were just not going to do anything. So we're going to shut this back up and we're going to wait for our next video, which is going to be at day 18, which is commonly referred to lockdown. And lockdown is when your chicks are getting close to hatching time. And we'll go over that a little bit more in the next video, but lockdown is a very crucial time of the hatching process. So we're just going to keep our humidity at about 35 to 45% as originally stated, 99.5 with the temperature, and we'll keep our fingers crossed and we'll keep you all posted.